At a House Transportation hearing on July 16th, Transportation Secretary Duffy was asked by representatives on both sides of the aisle about the future of high-speed rail in the U.S. GOP Congressman LaMalfa kicked off the conversation by bringing up California's plagued high-speed rail project, first introduced in 2008 for $15 billion and designed to run from SF to LA, and now revised for north of $100 billion from Merced to Bakersfield.
They're way behind on this, and you've conducted a review on should federal money, is it even upholding the promise? Is it even upholding the commitments? How has that review gone as you started that review earlier this year on further federal money going to that?
I appreciate the question, and I'd ask you to stay tuned on that. I appreciate your attendance as we went to California. You're right. I mean, I'm not opposed to high-speed rail. You have it in Europe and Japan and China, but if we're going to spend billions of dollars, I think the American people and the taxpayer expect that you're going to build high-speed rail. And to your point, Congressman, I don't see it. It's hard to see a pathway forward where they're already, 16 years in and $15 billion spent, and not one high-speed track has been laid. And it used to be from LA to San Francisco, now Merced to Bakersfield, not the two mass population centers of California. And so I want to look for good projects that are actually going to be built and let the American people see what high-speed rail feels like and how fast it moves people.
When it was Congressman Kiley's turn, he also discussed the problematic project.
But I don't know if you've heard about the big, new, bold, ambitious plan from the CEO of the Rail Authority, which is by the year 2045, 20 years from now, if everything goes perfectly, then we'll have a line from Palmdale to Gilroy. So in order to actually make the trip from LA to San Francisco, you have to take one transit system 2 hours from LA to Palmdale, then hop on the high-speed train, and then take a third transit system 2 hours from Gilroy to San Francisco. So best case scenario, 20 years from now, you'll be able to ride 3 different transit systems on a 6-hour trip that today you can make in an hour on any number of airlines. So don't you agree that it's time we send a clear message that there will be no more federal funding for this disastrous project?
I think so, and I believe the stat is every resident of San Francisco or LA could take 20 round-trip tickets for the cost of this project. And again, I appreciate your support when we went out and talked about California high-speed rail. We had protesters there. They were angry at us. There's protesters in California. California itself should not be angry at DOT. They should be angry at the governor, the legislature, those who have been unable to deliver this project. If they could, we were ready, willing, and able to stand with them, and all of us, bipartisan, would do it. But when they can't, it's only appropriate that we pull money and try to put it into projects that are actually going to be built.
After the hearing was over, on Thursday, July 17th, it was announced by the Trump administration that it would no longer direct $4 billion of federal funds to the California project. The next day, the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, sued the administration, calling the termination of funds petty political retribution. Ignoring the California project for a moment, Duffy was asked by Congressman Moulton of Massachusetts if he supported high-speed rail in general. Duffy said he did.
My guess is that there's not some vast high-speed rail conspiracy that's infected every other country in the world and just hasn't come to America yet. So we got to figure out how to make this work.
I would agree, and I think what we have to, a lot of
it could be RFK Jr.'s vaccine strategy that's kept us high-speed rail free.
I think I would welcome that conversation because I think there's a lot of rules and permits that are required that
drive up the
difficult
costs
in America versus elsewhere. But I'm open to, you give good money for us to invest in high-speed rail. I want to see a project that we can do it. I've been tentatively supportive of Brightline West, LA to Las Vegas. Want to see how they do. There was conversations about Dallas to Houston. We took out Amtrak, but maybe other providers will come in there. It'd be great if we could have it on the Northeast Corridor, but it's too windy, and if we could figure out a way to do that, that would be great. But let's figure it out.
Well, let's work on it together. I very much appreciate
but let's not spend money to not have a deliverable. Let's get a deliverable.
For more clips like this, stay tuned to Congress Clips, and thanks for watching.